All right, guys, what you're going to see in these circuits that allow you to burn so many calories and get so much done in a short amount of time is all the different movement patterns and ways you can optimize your ultimate sandbag. We're going to use actually two ultimate sandbags here, one for more movement-based drills in our power ultimate sandbag, and our strength ultimate sandbag when we're focused a little bit more on the loading parameter. So what we're going to see is the different ways that you can implement, and here's Jessica, someone with 5 disc herniations, that can really optimize both in a really dynamic way. So let's go over a couple different ways we're going to integrate. Now, when you're doing a really fat burning or conditioning based circuit, you're going to see more exercises than you would, let's say, in a strength based or power based series, because we're going to have a lot of variety, working a lot of planes of motion so that we can stimulate a lot of core expenditure and overall train the body in a lot of different postures and positions. So the first drill we're going to do, I'll move the power bag out of the way for Jessica here. We're going to change body position. So when we have a moderate to heavy bag, we can change the body position. If she can't go much heavier without maintaining good form, we want to use a significant enough load to actually challenge her, but not so much that compromises her movement. So being in the stagger position is going to do 1 row to 1 clean and press. So you're going to grab on the neutral grip handles, very important. A good row first, clean it to her fists, make sure you don't pop to that back heel, and press above the head. Excellent job. Now we're going to see when she does the row, it's a counterbalance through the opposing side, so she doesn't allow that back heel to drop, and really works her lower body and her trunk at once. We're going to do one more, Jess. So you're going to do this exercise anywhere from 5 to 8 times with one leg forward. And when you go through the cycle again, we're going to switch the legs up. So you're going to do this anywhere from 2 to 4 times. So then we're going to have her go with her power ultimate sandbag, when we're going to really change both body position and load position. So we're going to bring the bag up to her shoulder. She's going to step out and do a lateral lunge to balance. Now with the bag on the shoulder, it's really a lot of weight for her to decelerate out, and then she's got to decelerate as she's pushing in. So not only does she have her body weight coming up, but she also has the bag pushing her. So this one, because it's a little bit lighter and a little more dynamic, you can do about 8 to 10 repetitions per side. The last one in this series is going to be a lateral bag drag with mountain climber. So we can put the components of metabolic work and stability together at once. So still start with the bag on the side. Now, you may want a little wider base than you're used to in your mountain climber so that you don't rotate during the drill. She's going to pull the bag across, then she's going to perform a mountain climber with each leg. Nice. So she's doing 2 repetitions each, and then she's pulling across. 2 repetitions, and then pull across. So this is increasing the duration that she's in that posture and position, really working her trunk muscles and her shoulder stability. The fast component really gets the heart rate up, but you'll be surprised if you really focus on pulling that bag across appropriately in a slow tempo, you're also going to find the heart rate jumps up in a different way. So we're going to hit the other 2 circuits in just 1 second. All right, guys, in our second series, we're going to still keep our focus on big movement drills, ones that work in different planes of motion. We're going to do our heavy one first, which is going to be our front load or zercher squat. Now, what you want to do with this one is a lot of people try to rush through it. You really want to make sure you control it, and you're actually going to use a slower tempo on this one, and you're going to find it works harder. So just go ahead and power clean the bag up by the neutral grip handles. Now once she's in that position, she's going to pull the bag in towards herself, shoulder blades back. She's going to take about a 4-second descent and then a 1 to 2 second pause at the bottom. And then drive on it. She's going to try to accelerate up hard, because with the acceleration is going to try to activate more fast twitch muscle fibers. So what you're going to find is your heart rate actually goes up because we're actually working harder than she just dropped up and down doing the exercise. Nice job, Justin. There's really a lot more of a core exercise at that point. We'll drop the bag down. So when you're doing that exercise, you're going to do about 8 to 10 repetitions. When you do it, really focus on going slow. So if you're using a lighter bag, you can definitely play with the tempos a little bit more. The next drill we're going to do is one of my favorite drills that a lot of people don't utilize, which is unfortunate, which is called shoveling. Shoveling is going to cause us a rotation. So when we use rotation, we're adding complexity to the drill, plus we're going to add some speed, so you can get a lot of work done in a short amount of time. So Jessica's going to hold those neutral grip handles, shoulder blades back. She's going to rotate to one side, power off that hip, and you see the foot movement here. She's really pivoting off one foot to create acceleration and to decelerate the opposing side. The hip hinge allows her to accept the weight, load up the hamstring and glutes, which are those power muscles, and then fire off to the other side. She's got her arms locked. She doesn't have her arms bent because she's not trying to use the upper body to move the bag. The projection is only caused by her hip action. Nice job, Jess. Because it's more of a fluid drill, you can do this for 12 to 15 times per side. Then we're going to finish off again with another great exercise that people don't do, which is overhead chops. What you want to do is make sure you keep the bag really close to your body. Use a weight that you're very comfortable with, because there's a strong eccentric to the elbow. She's going to hinge back just like in her power clean and pop the bag straight over her head in a small arc, and then pop it back over. So when she coughs over, she decelerates it with her torso bracing and her abs tightening up, and she powers back over with a little hip hop to keep the bag going. You see how she brings the weight overhead, and then she doesn't allow a long extended arm. She's trying to decrease the lever arm so she doesn't put too much stress on the shoulder joint. Nice job, Jess. And relax. Because of the nature of this exercise, again, a fluid-based drill, you're going to do between 15 and 20 repetitions on the exercise. We're going to do one more circuit in your series, really a butt kicker, and you're going to really enjoy this last part. All right, guys, we're ready for our last series. So you're going to make sure that you don't go to exhaustion or you're losing technique. So I suggest that when you start this workout, just do 2 rounds through each series, because there's a lot of different movements we're going to do. You'll be rewarded, though, with a hell of a workout in a lot of different ways. The last series is going to start with what we call drop lunge to arc press. So it's a play off of the traditional thruster. Just going to start the bag in her shoulder position. She's going to drop lunge into a deep position. As she comes up, she's going to press up to the other side. Nice. So the nice thing is, if you're using a lighter load, you can play with the speed component a little bit more, but really work on maintaining the quality of that arc press and not letting yourself to rotate from side to side. Nice job, Jess. All right. So now we're going to go for a pressing movement. We're going to do a pulling movement. She's going to do a one-legged grip row. Again, we're using a little bit lighter loads. We can change the body position and make her really work hard, because her heart rate's going to be elevated, so her challenge is going to be able to stabilize. So what she's going to do is actually grab onto the bag first, start nice and tall. She's going to hinge back in that single leg deadlift position, and she's going to slowly pull towards her body. So she's going to really work on pinching back the shoulder blades while maintaining that alignment. She's doing a great job. You can see the hip and the lower leg working. We're activating the grip, so we're getting a lot of work in the upper back as well. Nice job, Jess. All right, the last one is one of my favorites. Again, a way that you can put a spin on a classic exercise. So ski jumps allow us to do a lot of metabolic training. It also teach us a lot about force absorption. So what Jessica's going to do is she's going to start with very short, small jumps. So you don't want to try to jump through the room when you're first starting this, because you also have the movement of the bag. So I'm going to have Jessica demonstrate a couple repetitions first. So do a little hop to one side. There you go. So the amount that you hop is going to dictate the intensity of the exercise. Make sure you stick the landing, your knee is in the right position, meaning the knee is not caving in. The bag rotating is going to try to pull you off, so this is a lot harder of a drill. Nice. This is going to be more of a timed interval drill. So where we have the shoulder drop lunge to arc press, we're going to do that about 10 to 12 times each side. We're going to go ahead and go into our single leg grip row. We're going to do that about 8 to 10 repetitions. You'll do the second leg the second time through. The last one, the ski jump, we can go anywhere from 30 seconds up to a minute, as long as you don't compromise the integrity of the hops, and make sure you watch for things like your knee caving in. This is a heck of a workout. This is how I get so much done in a short amount of time. You get great versatility of exercise, but with a lot of meaning and purpose. So check us out more at dvrtfitness.com.